All right, welcome to class. All right, so this is your Accounting Information Systems 3851. You guys are online. This is the BSBA group, and I want to take this opportunity kind of to introduce you to the class so you'll know what to expect, what it'll look like. So I've got the syllabus open. I've got the MyLab website. So this is your home. Now, what you'll see up here, these recent announcements. So you'll, by the time you watch this video, there'll be one or two already there. I just hadn't sent out an announcement yet, but the last three. So I don't send emails. I send them through announcements. So if you ever think you've missed something that was coming from me, all you got to do is go back to the home page and look at the announcements, and you'll find it right there. Okay. All right. And obviously you see we don't have any announcements. This is my page. Let's see how you see it, okay? We'll view it as a student. Okay, and so this is what you have, the assignments, the grades, all right? But I work off of this first page, so you'll see. So there's the course material. What you don't see is this video. It'll be listed in here when I send you the email, so you'll be able to click on that. And we'll go over the syllabus in just a minute. I just show you the layout. There's a registration that shows you how to get into my lab. Very, very simple. You see the Access Pearson over here. So for you guys, y'all should have that first day. Hopefully all of y'all did that. Makes it pretty inexpensive. Access Pearson, you'll have a code for the book, and then you're good to go. Okay? All right, so let's see what I've got here. Let me show you this layout, then we'll hit the course material. Here's what it's going to look like. I've got exam 1 material, 2, 3. So we got 4 exams. So exam 1 is chapters 1, 2, and 3. Exam 2 is 4, 5, 6, and 7. Exam 3 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And then exam 4 is 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 18 chapters. All right, there's more chapters than that in the book. I'll show you that in a minute. All right, so here's how I've laid it out. It's really not going to be a ton of stuff. So what you'll have for every chapter from me, we'll go through the syllabus in a minute, is you'll have some PowerPoints that you can just look at. All right. Then you'll also see this chapter 1 class discussion. That's me going over the PowerPoints. Actually, what I've done this year is, let's see what happens if it comes up while I'm running this. I've actually done this through YouTube. And yeah, there it comes.
All right, welcome.
You hear me?
This is the first slide, the first presentation.
I'm going to show you
of your AI.
One of the things is closed captioned. Okay, so what that actually does is gives you a transcript. Okay, so I already said all right. So that gives you kind of a transcript of what I'm saying if there's something you want to go back and look at. But again, you'll see as I talk through the material, this isn't problems. We're not, calculating. It's not financial accounting. And so you'll see that when you kind of go through the PowerPoint. All right. So that's where that information is. And it'll take you out. Okay. So what I'm going to have is I'm going to have 2 videos every chapter at a minimum. Okay. And I might throw in something different. They're both going to go through YouTube closed caption so you can see. Now, I haven't done the second video, but what they're always going to be, it's going to be exercises and problems. So I'm going to take some exercises and problems from the back of the book, and I'm going to work them. I'm going to talk through them, discussion questions. There are discussion questions back there. I used to would have y'all do them, but this semester, kind of this class, I'm going to talk through them. And kind of walk you through it to help you, and that'll help you prepare and study for the exam. So you're going to need to watch the class discussion, and you're going to need to watch that exercise problems because that's where I'm going to pull a lot of the questions from, okay, which also will come out of the textbook. You'll also see these are your 3 assignments. They're in Pearson. You're going to read the chapter. All right, you got to read the chapter. And then there's going to be, you'll notice there's 11 points. You get 1 point for reading the chapter and 10 points. They're multiple choice questions about the chapter, kind of like a quiz. All right. Now, this is a study module, which actually, and I'll show you in the syllabus, it'll explain it. And you'll go in to Pearson My Lab. It's called My Lab. You'll go into My Lab and it will provide you that. What the study module is, there's no right or wrong answers. You're going to basically get a group of 8 questions. You're going to answer them. Y'all might have seen this before, and you kind of say, "Ooh, I feel good about the answer, or I don't." And so if you answer it and it's correct, it'll move you to another topic. If it's not correct, it'll stay on that topic. A great study tool. And then the end of chapter assignment is going to be some couple of problems, some open-ended. The unique thing about them, though, is even if it's a problem or a project or something, the answer's in multiple choice, right? So it might have you go do something in Excel or something, but then you'll fill it out through a multiple choice. So those will all be easy enough time-wise, I guess, okay? And you'll have that for every chapter, okay? So you see, I haven't done chapter 2. I've got a brand new book this semester, so I'm making videos as we go. So while the assignments are there, you really won't be able to work ahead until I make those videos, okay? All right. Now, sometimes you can work ahead and you can do some things, but remember, we're here to learn. And so the learning is, take your time, go through the semester week by week. And I'll have these videos up at the beginning of every week. So you'll be good to go. I'll show you. Well, let's look at the syllabus and let me explain how the class works. All right, you can download it there, but I'm going to already got it so it doesn't slow down when I'm recording these. All right, so here it is. Office hours. Typically, my office hours are Monday, Wednesday, 2 to 3:30. I've got 4 classes this semester, so I've got 3 online. This class, I've got a master's of accounting class just like this. And I've got a graduate ethics class. And then in person, I'm doing this class in person. Okay. All right. So, but for the office hours, since you're online, most of you work and stuff, just email me. I'm telling you, I'm good about responding to emails on my phone. So typically I'll always get back to you within 24 hours. But a lot of times much quicker than that, an hour, 30 minutes, whatever. If I get an email from a student, I'm going to go ahead and respond. So that'll be the best way. Then if you ever do need to meet, we can set up a WebEx time and we can visit, okay? I have no problem with that. So read through this. People try to find tutors. At the end of the day, I promise you I'm the best tutor you'll ever know. All right, so if you got questions, deal with your professor. And really in all your classes do that, okay? Here are the course objectives. At the end of the semester, you do your student opinion surveys, right, of instruction. Well, there are the 10 questions that's asked on that. During the semester, if you go through there and you think you're missing something, all right, go on and let me know now. Don't wait till the end of the semester. Tell me, hey, good or bad, right? Some of the things you may or may not like, okay? There's a grading scale. So we'll have 4 exams. Will not be a comprehensive exam, but they'll be 4. We're going to use a lockdown browser. I'll give you something a little bit different, some more information on this. Most of your accounting classes online are doing that now. I'm requiring a webcam. So what we're going to use now is a side view camera. Some of you may have done that last semester if this is your first semester, but you'll see it in almost every class you're taking. So you only have to buy 1 camera if you don't already have one. Most people already have one. So I'll give you more information on that. And that's for your benefit and the benefit of all the students, okay? Keep the integrity of your degree. So let's see. So here's the structure of the class. I'm going to operate this online class Monday through Sunday. So your class is going to start on Monday morning, and all of your assignments, or most of them, are going to be due Sunday night at 11:59. Okay, so you'll know, hey, Sunday night. Hey, guess what? You can turn anything in early. All right. So what are you going to do? You're going to read the textbook. I showed you that a while ago, and there's 10 multiple choice questions to show that you read the textbook. You're going to read some other articles or anything else I post in Canvas. That typically take you 15 to 20 minutes. The dynamic study module that I talked about, and you should be able to do that in about 30 minutes. Now, look, while I say it's only 5 points, there's 18 of them. So that's 90 points. That's 9% of your grade, right? And you get those just for doing them. That's just effort. But again, remember, we're here to learn, and you want to learn, okay? All right, discussion questions and problems. Those are the one I told you at the end. So those assignments are in there. It's usually 4 or 5 per chapter. And you're going to have 4 Excel projects, all right? So they're listed here, 4 projects. I will assign those during the semester. I'll typically give you 7 to 10 days to complete it, okay? So I don't know what the 4 are. I got a good idea for 2 of them already. I create them and change them all the time. So when they're due, I'll get you. A couple of them are probably going to be in the data analytics section, which is our second exam. So we'll go through those. Listen, at the end of the day, you got to know Excel, all right? I'll show you a couple things through Tableau and Power BI and Microsoft Access, but we're not going to use them. I'm not going to make you do projects with them during the semester, okay? But we'll be introduced to them. We'll also be introduced to ERP systems and software, but you won't have to work with them, all right? I'll talk to you about ChatGPT, how we use it, okay? I use it at times, okay? How you can use it. You cannot use it by copying the questions, sticking them in there, and let them answer them for you. It makes absolutely no sense why you do that. But there's some things that I'm able to tell by changing numbers and stuff. So if I do catch you doing that, that'd be a 0 in the class, an F, academic integrity. So in all of your classes, you make sure you know how ChatGPT can be used, okay? It's a tool. It's a valuable tool. We're going to talk about AI during this class because it's important, especially in this accounting information system, okay? But I always take this quote by Keith LeClaire. Look, man, if you're going to put your name on it, it should be your best work. All right, so don't cut corners. When you cut corners, you're only cutting your corner, right? You're impacting you, so don't do it. Okay, so there's the syllabus. All right, let's go back. All right, there's yours. There's the material. Listen, here's Pearson. So when you go select one of these assignments, it won't take me there now because I'm in the student view. But here's where it takes you, okay? So it'll take you to my accounting lab. That's you, all right? And so here's the textbook, all right, right there, Pearson e-textbook. I've already gone into it. This is what it looks like. So there's your chapters. So part 1 for us is exam 1. Part 2, data analytics, is exam 2. Part 3, where'd that go? Control of accounting information is exam 3. Part 4 is exam 4. And we're not going to do 5. Man, I really want to do part 6, but we just don't have time this semester. But I'll talk some about that. All right. So here's your book. Read it. Okay. And it really helps you. All right. That's the whole idea. I always get students who come back and say, have you got any tips? I said, have you read the chapter? And they go, was that important? Right? You talk about it, so I don't know why I need to read it. All right. That's not a good answer, is it? All right. So what else is here? Hey, I do want you, I just added this. This helped me when I put the class together. This shows you of all the assignments, how I've allocated out. So just FYI. So you'll know, reading each chapter is 20%. I don't know where the total is. Yeah. Anyway, it's down at the bottom. But anyway, so the projects, there's your point. So you can open and download if you ever want to see, right, what everything's worth. That's just kind of an FYI. And look, and here is, I hadn't loaded it yet, but I'll have an assignment. So by Friday, well, let me go back to the syllabus. Where did that syllabus go? You also, at the back of your syllabus, there's the schedule. All right, I'm jumping around. Let me go back to my courses. There's your course. I'm going to do the student view. All right, so this is where we were. All right, but you will have a calendar, right? And there's your due date. I'm not sure what January 2nd, 10th. Those are when they were open. But you'll notice you go on the 18th. There's your items that are due January 18th, 18th, right? Which I'll show you are also listed in the syllabus, okay? But what's due this Friday, the 16th, is your personal biography, all right? Well, what that is there's mine, all right? So see this personal biography? So I've given you don't have to do a video, but I'm going to add a assignment, and I'll put it in this course material. I hadn't done that yet. That says your personal biography. So I want you to tell me your story. So watch mine, all right? And I just tell you who I am. So you'll know a little bit about me, kind of the video and stuff. And that's 13 minutes, man. That's just my nature. I'm a talker. All right, but I don't want you to do that. And you're not going to do a video, and I'm not going to share it with the rest of the class. It's just going to be you and me, all right? So write it up in Word. I'll put the assignment in there. But tell me who you are, how you got to ECU, what you're majoring in. Well, I know it's accounting. Why accounting, and a little bit about your story. So when you hear mine, you'll know what I'm talking about, okay? All right, well, I hope everybody's ready to get started because it is here. Look, also, all right, there's that registration handout to tell you how to get started. If you got a question, send me an email.